Grand rising, grand evening, whatever time it is for you. So, I have a very strong vested interest in offering guidance and information that invites others to invest in and connect with themselves. I genuinely desire for others to love themselves, accept themselves, connect with themselves, and reparent and transmute and alchemize any energy that may be acting as a blockage or an obstacle to them obtaining full sovereignty and full self-governing. This is my desire for everyone on the planet, although it is up to each fractal on the planet on whether or not they desire that for themselves. I'm very aware of the effective outcome that would manifest as a result of a humanity that is operating in their full, authentic wholeness. People often make finality statements, such as world peace being an unattainable pipe dream. They say evil will always exist. There will always be darkness. And I stand in full agreement of those statements. However, the only single answer or potential to any notion is dual potential, as I've said several times. So I'm aware that while those statements are indeed true and resonate as such, I'm also aware that energy like evil, pain, darkness, despair, shame, manipulation, domination, once touched, observed, sat with, and seen, can be alchemized into liveliness, passion, depth, acceptance, creativity, influence, a multitude, an infinite number of creative outlets that work for the highest good of self and other, for the highest good of our planet. Because all energy, in whatever way it's expressed, has the potential to be alchemized into something greater, into something more evolved. And the same goes with the lower vibrational energies. Things start at one point, but as nature and time work in tandem and progress, those things alchemize. They become more aware of their selves. And once that awareness is brought to the conversation, to the energetic pool, it cannot help but to change. It's really difficult to keep nature the same, for the only thing that stays the same is change, right? So all energy can be alchemized into something that is for both the highest good of self and other. And things that are truly for the highest good of self are going to also be for the highest good of other. So the notion, the world may not know peace due to energies that absolutely can be alchemized and expressed in ways that do not harm self or other, means that world peace isn't a pipe dream at all. It is simply contingent on bringing to the conscious awareness of each fractal that there is a choice, a path, a way to create peace within their vessel if they so choose and want that for themselves, if they want to have that experience while in their human experience. I know for me, experiences equal information, and I am a very curious being, so I want all of the experiences so that I can gain all of the data, knowledge, wisdom, and information that there is to gain from this vantage point of a human during this human experience. But I fully respect and understand that there are other beings on this planet who do not seek and who do not want to have certain experiences. So I guess this message is more so for the other seekers, the other curious minds, the other philosophers, scientists, artists that crave experience and the information, knowledge, and wisdom that's encoded in them, in those experiences. And let me tell you, peace, it is a worthwhile, it's a worthwhile journey, and it adds to every experience you have there and after you reach that place within yourself. So I will share that. It is definitely a worthwhile experience, in my opinion, from my vantage point, and pulled from my own experience. Anyways, so there is a choice, right? And we live in a system, unfortunately, where there are many beings who believe that they're operating on their own volition. But you see, in order for a behavior, in order for a mindset, in order for an experience to be authentic, to be natural, to be raw, you would need to be moving from a place of informed consent. That means you have all of the available information. That is not the system we currently operate in. And so, for me, peace and choice, they're one and the same. You can't have one without the other. And you can't have choice without informed consent, right? So that's a topic that I will touch on in another video, but moving on. There is a choice, a path, a way to create peace within their vessel, a way to unlearn and relearn these very natural feelings we've been taught to suppress, to hide, to shame. There is a way to return them back to source, back to self, to alchemize these things so that we're not stuck in these lack cycles, these shame cycles that force people to hide things that they deem as negative, as dark, things that they feel will get them rejected or looked down upon or left out, because those very things, those very shadows can be integrated and alchemized into very powerful things. Just think if like all of the master manipulators on our planet were to alchemize that shadow, how influential they could be. They might be, the very people who create peace in the Middle East, Any energy can be alchemized. But yeah, to accept, reassess, reconnect, take back all of you and choose. So, how will you express your power once you've taken it back? That's my question I leave with you guys tonight. I'm sending y'all so much love to the universe and beyond. Bye.